So apparently, there was a UFC fight, Ultimate Fighting Championship. I should look that up. And the winner went completely berserk and taunted the guy who lost and flipped off the crowd and made fun of the sponsor of the fight and made some comment about how he was going to go home and have sex with his wife. And everyone was, from even the sport, the league was all like upset about this and, said it was, all WWE, Vince McMahon, the World Wrestling Entertainment. It used to be the WWF, how it was like that and trashy. And, well, I don't like any of that. I just don't understand, I think it's disgusting. But I also don't really care to watch two men in this mixed martial arts, and they're like, part of the reason, this bothers us is that, because he wouldn't knock gloves with him either, like boxers do before a fight. Part of the reason this bothers us is that, this is a sport that we, want to be built off of mutual, sportsmanship and mutual respect. People are paying to sit and watch guys beat the crap out of each other and basically, I believe, go until they can't get up anymore, or possibly a referee determines that it's going to be, dangerous for them to keep on fighting. I'm certainly no boxing fan for that reason, but there's a lot more rules in boxing, where you can hit, where you can't hit. And this just seems so barbaric. I mean, this seems like we're going back to, the age of Roman, you know what I mean? Just kind of like putting two guys in a cage. Now they call it mixed martial arts. But, it's cage fighting. It's not to the death, but I don't know. I just don't know. And then they also said that night that someone did some illegal move or something and like basically did a cheap shot on someone who was already down. And I don't know. I just think it's disgusting. I really don't know what are we promoting here? And that like not only are adults watching this, but there are kids in the house who are, watching these pay-per-views, and that's the kind of stuff that I just, again, I am and was no fan of things like Grand Theft Auto, the idea that, sensationalizing violence and all of this stuff, is not good for young adults, primarily young men, to get it in their idea, to kind of continually feed images of killing and beating up hookers and all of that sort of thing. That's not good, and I do think at some point there is going to be, the more people get desensitized to that sort of thing, the more we, it's going to be a smaller jump between things we see on TV and things in the real world. But Grand Theft Auto is a video game. These people are real people, beating the crap out of each other. So to me, it's almost, it's like people who get excited when there's a bar fight, and they don't ever want to do anything about it. They're not interested in helping anyone or calling the cops or breaking it up, but they're just there to watch the spectacle of it all. It's bloodlust. I mean, that's what it is. And I know I'm all pacifist and I'm all, peace-loving, God forbid. I'm never going to apologize for that, but I just feel like isn't there a point besides someone who's like me, who's completely against all forms of violence? Isn't there some other threshold that other people have where they just can't get into this stuff, where they think it's something that they just can't watch. And then they wonder why someone who's completely like adrenaline filled, possibly, I don't know if those guys do steroids, if they're tested for them at all. I mean, this isn't Major League Baseball we're talking about here. And they wonder why they get that kind of reaction out of them. It's like, it's an ugly sport. I think you're going to get ugly people who do ugly things. And we pay them for it. They pay them for it. So, I don't know. It just kind of grosses me out. So, that's it. Another opinion had.